What's up? What's up? My YouTube. I just want to say how much I love you. What's up, Brandon? I just want to say subscribers change. What up? What up? What up? What up, Angel? What's up, Charles? What's up, J Jerk? What's up, Axel? Hey, Axel, you said you're not getting my notifications. Okay, working now, I guess. J Jerk says I'm not. I don't know. Do you have me? Are you subscribed, J Jerk? What's up, Big C? I don't know why you're not getting a notification. Axel told me that, sent me a message earlier on too, saying that he doesn't get notification. What's up, Monza? My brother from a different mother. Saved by the Bell just got exposed by JG's channel. How do you get exposed? What was he gonna? I saw something this week about Saved by the Bell exposed, but since I didn't pay, I don't watch his videos. And now that he got that, now that he said he was gonna get 3 strikes, but now that he was doing those girls latex whatever. That's more like perv. I don't know. I'm not into that. You gotta keep checking. But Jay Jerk, are you subscribed? Because I know Axel wasn't getting the notifications. And I just asked him, he says, I don't know. How you feeling, Mansa? Yo, Brandon, yo, Angel, Sunabi, and NC. What up, Sal? How you doing, bro? How's your Friday so far? Reset notifications. Should I do it on my Should I do it on my computer or? The sub is the subscription. Oh, that's good, Monza. Relaxing, smoking a little. All right. What time? What you mean, J Jerk? 2020? That's new. You the same J Jerk as the other J Jerk? Well, I can't because you 2020. The other one was J Jerk. Hold on, guys. I'm doing something on YouTube. Saved by the Devil must be a pervert or something. He's posting all of them young girls' live video. That kind of sick. All right, Mansa. I don't know, but I've been seeing those girls and they look like 16 or 17 years old. And I'm like, what's wrong with dude? Yes, to what, Jay? You're the same person. You two same guy. All right, so I want to say what's up and thank you to the new subscriber Adrian Larkin, new subscriber Gary Richards, new subscriber Maria Santana. Welcome to the family. Whenever you get on, let me know. I'm trying to do this notification thing, guys. Let me see. This is in settings. All right. How you doing, Princess Kami? Oh, Brian Croto exposing film. I don't know, because I never watched. Don't tell me I watched Saved by the Dead when he was doing when he was taking my clip, your clip, Mansa, um, Adrian Knowles, and douchebag. Hey, Princess Kami, how's your Friday? Have you subscribed? All right, Princess. So, hello. Thank you for subscribing. He's beyond sick, man. He's been doing those videos for what, for a week and a half now with those little girls. You can tell that it's like 16 or 17 years old, man. I just change. I get there and I just change it. Oh, I didn't see you, Mary. My bad. You never called me back, but I saw it. Well, everything is good on my end as far as notifications concerned. Is Australia done? Well, that's a big continent. I mean, It's just a shame. It's just a shame. It's a shame the way the forest is it's being burned down, and there's not much we can do. You know, it's burning. It's burning at an alarming rate, and a lot of the animals they had to kill. That was sad. I think if I'm not mistaken, they had to put down 5,000 camels the other day. That's sad. Let's get it going. Gio to 1K. Let's go. Oh hell no, Charles. So it's like Princess. It's like the rain from the Amazon. But this is the Amazon. The Amazon was big too because the Amazon, 30% or 40% of the trees in the world are from there, and that's where we get the oxygen. In Australia, the animals are dying out, and then the koala bears, and that's kind of sad. So if you guys can support Australia and give out to so that the animals can be put in a sanctuary until everything gets okay, that'll be great. What's up, Dominic Joe? That's good. That's good. They could do all they want. Saying about the data is questionable. He has two accounts though. If you look at it, I think the guy that was going to, or the guy that exposed him, put a video on his of his real name. If you're a real girl, most people. What up, Pharisee? Oh, they could no, they want to try to expose my law degree. They can do what they want. Let them have fun. Who's gonna win tomorrow? What you're talking about? You're talking about Farris. You're talking about MMA. So I can play I Spy. Why do you want to play I Spy? You've seen everything in the room. Well, happy birthday, Charles. Let's all sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Well, I don't watch MMA. So you guys can talk about MMA all you want. Joe, how was your Friday? And by the way, hello. Good evening. Yeah, thank God it's Friday. Part 2, the mental health issue. All right. But not yours, right? The last time was not. It wasn't yours. Okay, I got you. I don't know, Joe. That's what Dominic said. They're gonna expose my law career, my short-lived. There's nothing for me to hide anyway. So I really, whoever's trying to or whoever tries to, they can have fun. I laugh. I know it's not yours. There is a tailor in China. Like, well, this is a Chinese. This is made in China. I paid $1 for this at a mall, by the way. I bought three. The guy was going out of business like for 3 Fridays in a row. I got two, Joe. I am Princess. Thank you. And yourself, where you from, Princess? Besides your mother's womb. Everybody, whenever they ask me that, I say, "Hey, Gio, where you from?" I said, "My mother's womb." Marty Osada. You're new here, aren't you, Marty? I never seen you before. Hey, you guys, you know that if you guys are not employed, the census is hiring. Oh, you're from Philly? All right, Princess. Cool. Neighbors. Did you have you subscribed, Marty? Joe, I didn't know you were a mom. Astros cheating. What do you think about that, Queens Fountain? You think they should be stripped of their championship? But that's embarrassing, right? I mean, there's always been you always steal a sign because that's how baseball is. You always try to steal a sign, but they went as far as putting electronics in the outfield. MLB said there is no 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 a lot of things. Okay, Queen. Okay, Joe. There's no evidence of electronic devices, but it's just embarrassing. But Dominic, where I'm at, you know how much they're paying here? Which I won't say where in New York I'm in. They're paying $28 an hour. Yes, I did, J Jerk. I closed on the third. What's up, Juice World? Yes, I know. Every protein cheese, they just got caught. Someone ratted them out. So Joe, what kind of issues your son has? Yeah, I know, Juice. I was watching. I saw like 5 seconds of it yesterday, and I was like, "Yo, what's wrong with this guy?" And I had him subscribe a few days ago, and I see all these poly not these videos that he has these girls with these pants on. And I'm like, what the hell? And look like they're 15 or 16 or 17 years old. I said, hell no. So I unsubscribed. Yes, J Jerk 2020. I said I got the house and I closed on February 3rd. Or we closed February 3rd. Get saved by the bell. Yeah, sexy Periscope girls. Yeah, that's what he got. That's sick, bro. J Jerk is a plant. Thank you, Axel. Once I do the closing and I get the keys, I will do a live stream so you guys can see the house. Contact the authorities, Gio. It's my civic duty. It's your civic duty too, Stanley. And we all should do it. Well, I didn't know he was like that. I didn't ever say he's a pervert. I think there's Paco. I think his video speaks for itself. All right, Joe. Then I won't do it. Yeah, he Stanley. He got some things about girls in Periscope with some tight ass pants. And I'm like, what's wrong with this dude? So I unsubscribed. So check this out. I was looking at this girl, right? And she was doing a YouTube video. And she has 75,000 subscribers, right? In a year, she showed her what she made because on a Social Blade, she made $53,000 just in YouTube videos. And she only has less videos than I do, but she has more subscribers. But the point is that she's making a business out of it. But you have to keep doing this, and this is not. You never know when you're going to go up and you're going to come down. Oh no, I'm not. Well, Mansa, that's see the first part. My son was like that. Was when I met my son. He was very coy, you know. And if he ever got upset, he would go into a closet. He would boil down to a fetal position. But he came out of it. All right, hold on.
Ay, Dios mío. ¿Está grabando?
Sí, ma, porque no me estoy, sí.
Oh, ya lo vi. Pensé que estábamos con pantalla. No.
You happy? Okay, J. The caller number is the same one. Hold on. Let me turn the phone on. I'll put the phone on, then I'm going to turn the speaker. I have a speaker that my wife bought me. It's pretty cool. And the messed up thing about the MLB is that, hold on, guys. They suspended Cora. They suspended, and the Mets fired Beltran, which they had to anyway. I would have done the same thing. But they don't let Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. I'm opening. I'm turning on the phone now. On Joe. Hold on. As a matter of fact, let me give you the other one. That one's on already. I'll do it on my other phone. Es tuyo. ¿Quién está acá con mi teléfono? Esto. Listening to our favorite song when I saw you in that. My speaker's connected to someone's phone. Probably my son, because he's always like that. Your mouth still remember the taste of my love. What is this? Nah, bro, I got this. Well, this is my speaker, right? And I just turned it on because I wanted to pair it with my phone, and I got this music, and none of my phones are paired with this. Now that's strange. Maybe just the touch of a hand. Look at this shit. In love with you every single day. Now that's weird. I don't know where there is at, man. Hold on, guys. I'll turn this off. All right, it don't matter. ¿Y tu cocina, amor?
¿Y yo cocino?
¿En la cocina?
Nada, tú me viste pararme.
No, y tu bocina.
Ah, mi bocina acá. ¿Qué?
Acá yo no lo veo.
Le dije acá, papi.
Mm.
Detrás de todos esos potes.
¿Dónde? No. Qué raro que mi de eso está conectado con un celular por ahí, ¿no? All right, guys. Let me connect this now.
Uy, ¿en serio has visto esa gente?
Ya mismo lo cierro. Close the window, guys. Hold on. All right, here goes the number. Oh, wow. That wasn't good enough, right? There you go, guys. That's the number to call. Crack kills. Who does crack nowadays? That's like antiquated. That's like 30 years ago. If you're still doing crack, you whack. There goes the number, Joe. So you guys want to do a call in? I got the speaker on this one. I think Donald Trump with Rudy Giuliani, he put a bug in it. He's spying. You think so? There's only 6 crackheads left. Man, drugs is bad, bro. Drug is bad. No, Monta, no, that's not it. This has always computers and this are 2 different things. This is simple. This is Bluetooth supposed to connect to this. Hello.
Hey, I think you're supposed to say, hey, you're live with Gio.
Hello, you're live with Gio. There you go. You're right.
I'm live. We're in here. Okay. So somebody just said crackheads don't exist.
Crackheads do exist. We just don't see crackheads anymore. When was the last time you saw a crackhead? Hello? 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 Are you on? Next caller. You're live with Gio.
If you're live with King Gio, but we'll work on that.
We'll work on that. Okay. My first time. Okay. No, I said crack still exists, but when was the last time you saw a crackhead?
And first of all, shout out to the first call in. Let's address that first. But let's talk about the crack.
Let's give the shout out. Wait. Let's give a shout out to Joe. He's the first caller. Wait. Let me introduce you. He's the first caller of King Gio Live calling.
This is kind of a celebration. But anyways.
All
right, so like I said, so I dealt with 2 days of just catering to my son's mental health, okay? Because I guess I haven't been as good of a mother as I should be, but it's a long story. I'll get to it. And the reason why I say I haven't been as good of a mother is because I knew he had a problem, but there's this stigma in the Black community that mental health don't necessarily exist. I don't care what nobody says, but that mental health don't necessarily exist. It's all in your head, etc. And I have been recommended by several therapists to medication. No, I don't want to do that. It's just, I don't know. I didn't want to take it that far. But yesterday, I got my son started on his meds, okay? Because it was like that important. Now, the type of work I do requires my brain even when I'm sleeping. Does that make sense? So
Yeah, it does.
takes a lot of, the stuff I should be focusing on. It's no excuse, but it's a fact. It takes a lot of things from the stuff I should be focusing on, like my son's behavior pattern. Like, it's gotten so bad. And his dad is a crackhead. Let's just start off by saying that. His biological father is a crackhead. And but his biological father, when I met him, he was diagnosed with emotional disturbed disorder. Now, I didn't think about that type of stuff. I really didn't. I was young at the time. I was like, okay, because he took meds, but the meds gave him nightmares. So he got off the meds and he started finding other ways to mitigate himself. But I was ignorant. Like I said, I didn't pay as much attention to it as I should. His mother also wasn't present to like break down the stuff for me to understand, hey, he's mentally ill. Your kids can possibly come out just like him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It just wasn't a thing. Like, there wasn't nothing that was paid attention to. Not with me anyway. So I want to say the first time I heard my boy say he wanted to commit suicide, he was 3. And I brushed that off. Because I was like, he's 3. It's probably something he saw on TV. Because I don't let him watch, a lot of TV. He be on YouTube or whatever the case, but I don't let him watch like a bunch of movies and stuff like that just because of the bullshit that's out here. So I let him play on his tablet and he can watch some stuff on YouTube. It's mostly like cars and stuff like that. But from 3 years old up until now, he's 9. I had ignored that. I ignored that first cry. And I had to accept the fact that he was sick. Like, my son is sick. And the reason why I say that, he haven't, he's not like hypersexual or anything like that. He's very impulsive and attentive. And I think the doctors, she gave him ADHD 1 and 2. She said 1 is for hyperactivity and 1 is for inattentiveness. She gave him both of those, and she gave him bipolar disorder. So this is stuff that's been going on with his school. Like, it got to the point where, he started trying to escape the school. I have a really good relationship with the district for obvious reasons to a lot of people. But I have a really good relationship with the district, so they haven't made any ridiculous moves. But my son would always try to escape the school. He'll crawl under his desk and say he's hearing things, and he'll blurt out in class and say he was just talking to God. And I looked at that as, he just wanted attention, because like I said, my type of work requires my brain 24/7. I do spend time with my son, but I'm not there, not like I should be, if that makes sense. So yesterday I finally decided to get his meds started to stabilize him, because at this point he's at risk of failing. Like, he's not even gonna make it to the 5th grade because he can't play anything. It's like it got worse. I don't know. So like I said, I didn't pay attention to it until I learned the family history on his biological father's side. They're all freaking crazy. Like, all of them. But again, I didn't pay attention to that. So back to his dad. Now, his dad, biological father, has completely checked out. When I say checked out, I mean he literally lives under the freeway. He lives under the freeway. You know where you go in your town and there's like a bunch of tents and stuff?
Yeah, no.
That's where his dad is right now, because he started self-medicating. So he's completely hooked. Like, I saw him Christmas. Because his mother, she's involved with me and my son, but she don't deal with her son because he was always stealing from everybody, because he was on crack. But he was always stealing from everybody. And
It's a crackhead move.
Yes, oh my God. Like, I didn't know that we would be on crack as young as 31, but you got to start somewhere. Like I said, I'm ignorant to the drug world because I don't do drugs, but he's like out of there. Like, I don't even know if he's going to make it. But I saw him Christmas at a local park with his mother. Because for whatever reason, homeless people know where homeless people are. And he don't have a phone. So we can pull up anywhere downtown. Hey, have you seen so-and-so? They're going to be like, yeah, he's with so-and-so. I don't know. It's like they keep tabs on each other or something. But they ended up finding him on Christmas or whatever the case. So we met him at the park. And I haven't seen him since 2016. I didn't want to do with him. I moved on. I started my career. I didn't care about it. You see what I'm saying? I just moved on. But dude can barely talk anymore. He looks totally different. And I was so embarrassed. But I had to accept the fact that he's mentally ill. But I didn't pay attention to that. Like, I don't know. Like, mental illness was not nothing I even thought was real. I always thought you can control your thoughts. You can control, but you may not be able to. So I sat at the doctor yesterday day, while she was doing my son's evaluation. And I was like, what concerns me? Because, you hear stories about young men beheading their girlfriends and beheading their wives and their moms and shooting up schools. My son can be that person. Does that make sense? Like, he can very well be that person. And he's black. So anyway, this was like my venting session. I just really want to put that out there. Yes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
A lot of them are mentally ill. But I don't know. I just started studying on it. I'm going to take the whole next week off. I just started studying on it. I'm about to order me some mental health merch on Amazon. I'm just about to get the whole shebang going. I want to go to mental health marches and stuff because it's just the black community generally. Like, some people are aware, but more or not. Like, when my mother found out I was going to put him on meds, she was so upset. White people just try to make money and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's all fun and games because my son is a defendant because he done shot up a school, killed somebody's daughter, or, killed me. Hell, like, that's kind of what it is. Now, he appears to be a normal child, but it's whatever is going on in his head. I wanted to finally treat it, and I held off for a long time. That's why I say I was probably a cheap bomb because I held off on it for so long, thinking behavior therapy, karate, swimming, stuff like that will work. It doesn't. It helps somewhat, but he can't even get through the school day. You see what I'm saying? And that type of stuff is like after school. So, I don't know. But I wanted to raise that issue. I wanted to get that off my chest. That's why I asked you out here, boys, what mental health issues? Because I'm learning. I'm learning it. I don't really know exactly how to deal with it. Like I said, I just started his meds. I feel good about it, but I still got some pushback because, I don't want him to start having, like, the nightmares that his biological father had. Like, he stopped taking them because he was afraid to go to sleep and stuff like that. So those are the only concerns I have at this point, the side effects. But other than that, I think any parent that has a child that's going through anything, if they say they are talking to God in the middle of a social studies exam, take them to be seen. Like, I don't think we should brush stuff like that off any more than we do. But what is your thoughts on what I just told you?
Well, he's 9 years old, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say daddy issues, but no, it goes beyond daddy issues because if he's saying that, he's talking to God and he's saying other things, so that goes beyond the realm of normalcy. So I believe if a good doctor tells you he needs to be medicated, then you should medicate him.
Yeah. No, I got.
And try to talk to him as much as you can. Spend as much time as you can with him, and try to take out whatever he has inside. Try to take it out.
Stanley said, "Correction there, Joe." What is he talking about?
I have no idea. I was listening to you.
Who's calling in next?
I don't know. This is only one line per person, so you gotta hang up and have to let someone else talk and see they can give their opinion.
Hey, can anybody else call in and give me their input on what I talked about? But more so, when they have mental health issues, they get off meds and they start self-medicating. Because again, that's what I have.
Well, put it this way. I knew of a girl. She lived in Australia. Well, she lives in Australia, and she was always on her medication, but she always had to get her medicated recalibrated because somehow somewhere if she missed a dose, she go crazy. If her meds weren't calibrated, she didn't feel good. She attempted suicide 4 different times, and she has 3 kids and a husband. And I kept asking, why you think like that? Why do you think about your kids when you commit suicide? She goes, no, she doesn't think like that. But I believe it's hereditary because her uncle committed suicide, and she said that they have mental issues from her side of the family, from her father's side.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be genetic.
Yeah, I learned a lot about that from his therapist yesterday because I was asking her. Like I said, I looked at his family line because my life don't permit me paying attention to different people like that. Like I said, my brain is done all day, even in my sleep. So I never really just paid attention to them. I don't even deal with them, but they're all like that shit. Like all of them on that side. Like I know my side has some, but I haven't really paid attention to it. I don't see him getting it from my side, but definitely his biological father's side. Like they are all the same. It's so weird.
Well, put it this way. mental problem is something that is genetic, and it's been proven that it's genetic. I can say that because my baby's mom is bipolar, her son is bipolar, her daughter is somewhat bipolar, and my daughter is somewhat bipolar. She doesn't want to admit it. And I took her when I was in Puerto Rico. I took her to a psychiatrist because she out of the blue kicked the kid in the nuts for no reason at all. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? And I had to take her to a doctor, to a psychiatrist. And the one thing I didn't like about the psychiatrist is that she always favored her instead of going both ways in how to treat something. She was basically more favorable of, okay, if she does something wrong, you take away her computer. If she does something wrong, you give her a timeout. And I'm like, what are you talking about, a timeout? She's like, for every year that she has, you give her a minute timeout. I said, well, my daughter's 10, so I'm supposed to give her a 10-minute timeout when she kicked the kid in the nuts. I'm supposed to do that. And I said, I don't know where you got your degree. I said, I don't know where you got your degree from, but I'm not coming here no more.
Yeah.
But your son at this age, 9 years old, and he's talking like that, I think medication is the key, and try to get as much information as you can. And like I said, talk to him. Try to don't let him be by himself, and try to just see if you can get whatever he has inside. Try to get it out.
Yeah, no, I do. Our family on my side anyway is very much involved. I can't say he had daddy issues. His biological father is just the one that's not present. But then again, I am not a man. So the doctor even told yesterday, he was like, well, even if he have a father figure, he could still be hurting from his biological father. But his biological father has been on drugs forever, like his whole life. So I don't even know if he remembers like his biological father. It wasn't really nothing to remember, if that makes sense. Like
no, it does, because my daughter's never seen her mother, and my wife has been my daughter's mom for the past 10 years. But trust me, my daughter has mommy issues. She wants to see her mom. She wants to, ask her, why did you leave me? My daughter's 18 now. She wants to ask her those questions, but she's like, why am I going to ask her those questions? She hasn't even looked for me, so why am I going to bother her? But she has issues.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell her that I feel good about it. Like I said, I was in denial. I really didn't. I just, like I said, I thought it was just an attention thing, but I feel better about it. But I'm going to get off your line so other people can call in. I am going to watch because I am interested. Thank you for the call again.
Well, thank you for calling. And if you're a 10th caller, you might win a prize.
All right. All right.
Thank you, Joe. You guys go. Only one call at a time. I got 2 different phones, but one phone is not connected to the speaker, and then the person won't be able to hear you go. All right, so next caller. Here we go. Hey, you're live with King Gio. What's up? Hello. Can you hear me? All right. Something happened with the Bluetooth. Hold on, Monster. Hold on. Something happened with the Bluetooth, guys. I don't know what the Bluetooth is down. It's down. It's down. What's up? I'm missing a lot of calls, but it's just no good. Hey, you're live with King Gio. What's up?
So I saw in the comment section that he said, damn, Joe fell for a crackhead. To be very clear, I fell that got off their damn meds and they started self-medicating. That is the shit right there. Stop doing shit like that. But that's all. I just wanted to address that.
All right, Joe.
All right.
There's something wrong with the. There's something wrong with the Bluetooth. And Monster, don't you dare say something about my computer skills. Hey, you're live with King Gio. What's up? Wait, hold on, because I can't. There's something wrong with this phone. Can you hear me? Hold on. Don't talk yet. Let me put you on speakerphone because something's wrong here. All right, you're live with King Gio. What's up?
What's up? Hey, this is Ben, G.
All right. What's up, Benzie?
Hey, so do you try emailing me, but I don't got access to that email number.
I try what?
I said you try calling or you can try emailing me. I ain't got access to that email.
All right, so I'll put my email on the live. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna put my email now. There's recording. Guys, I have to put you on speaker because so I don't know what happened with this. This is my wife's. Next caller. Monster, you were calling. What's up? Call again. You're on live with King Gio. What's up?
Hey, Gio, my wife's gonna talk to you about something.
Yes. Hey. Well, hold on. I so hold on. Can you hear me? Piece of crap of speaker. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a lag though.
Okay. I don't know. I used my wife's speaker, but that crap just cut off when Joe was talking and then it cut off. Go ahead, speak. You said Gio. I was about to say, hey, Shanae. You called.
Hey, bro. I just wanted to tell you, I came down here because I heard Mansa laugh hysterical, and I thought he was on live, and I wanted to bomb him. But I really appreciate you talking about this. I do.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Literally, I got to give him all the props in the world because I have every issue in the book, and I can promise you it's genetic because not only does he have to deal with me, he has to deal with my kids too.
Are we talking about Monson?
And it's sad. Yeah.
All right. Well, this is something that you could talk with Joe because Joe is going through the same thing.
Yes, absolutely. And I just wanted to tell him when I was listening. Yeah, I saw that. I was listening to her, and it's a shame because I experienced it personally, and it's sad because you have these doctors out here that'll actually give you a diagnosis just so your own insurance company can approve medication, and they try to tweak things, and it makes you feel like a guinea pig when you go to the pharmacy and pick up 10 medications. So tell her she just has to find the right doctor because I've personally been through it myself.
Yeah, no, you know the funny thing
and
is
I have to deal with it with my kids. They have the same kind of mood issues that I do.
the funny thing about mental health is that you can go to 10 different doctors and they will give you 10 different diagnoses.
That's true.
You know, it's not like going to a doctor. You go to an oncologist and an oncologist says you got cancer, and the other one says you got cancer, and they both agree. But you go to different doctors for mental health, and you got 10 different diagnoses, and you're like, what the hell? This one said that I got bipolar 1. This one says I'm schizophrenic, but he doesn't find any bipolar in me, and stuff like that. And then you get confused. If you can get 2 doctors that agree on the same thing, then I think you're okay.
And the thing that I gotta say is, like, I've dealt with it with my own son. My son that's 16 now. It's not my oldest son, but he had problems with it where he was showing unstableness, and he wanted to hurt people, and he wanted to see blood. So I had to ask him, like, what's wrong? Because he always seemed like he was depressed. So the more and more a fight that he would get in, the more and more of the arguments and the shutting him down and being depressed in his room and not wanting to talk, I had to actually take him to a therapist. And then what they had to do, I had to take him like once a week. And they were saying that he had a certain disease. It was like a mood disease that comes and is hereditary.
I believe that.
And what the thing that's going crazy is that they had to put him on medication, but the medication wasn't the right amount, so they had to keep tweaking it, which was making him go off because it wasn't the right amount. Either it was too much or it was too little.
That's what I was talking about.
So,
I'm sorry.
They would take him off of a medicine, put him on another one, which would set him off again until they finally found the right medicine, and then now he's fine.
That's what I was talking about, Joe, about the girl that I was talking to in Australia. She had that girl in a year and a half that I spoke to her, she must have changed meds. And I'm not lying to you, like 20 times. And that's how I learned the word. I knew what calibrate meant, but I didn't know that existed in the medical world, like in mental health. And she says, Gio, I gotta get my, every time I go on a new med, I gotta get calibrated. And then I feel off work because these meds work, and then sometimes they don't work, and then the other meds don't work. And I'm like, wow, just for all that, just this way, she can feel safe. She used to go 3 to 4 days at a time without sleeping.
And they actually tell
Gio, they will actually put you on a medicine that's supposed to make one of the prescriptions you're already on work better. It's terrible.
It's a money thing. If you come look at it, instead of dealing with your kid as a person, they deal with the kid or the person itself as a dollar sign.
And that's the thing, that I have a brother that I am his legal guardian. And the thing with him is that he's handy. So they had him on like 6 or 7 different medicines, and it was setting him off. He had psychosis. He had a whole bunch of crazy things. So when they were tweaking his medicine, when I had him home with me, it got so bad that I had to barricade myself in my room because he would come and be sitting over top of me because he was hearing voices, and he thought that I was going to kill him. But how could I be killing you and you're over top of me in my bed and I'm asleep? See, they got to understand that this medicine that they're giving kids out there is affecting their mind, and some of it's not good for them because it's making them go crazy. So Joe has to understand that she has to watch her son continuously and make sure the right medicine and the right amount is going into him.
But how does one know the right medication?
How you know it's the right medication is because you'll see them, they'll stable out, that they won't have all the problems that they were showing that made them have to go on the medicine.
Okay, that sounds good. You listening to that, Joe? You're getting advice from Mansa, his wife. Stanley says he has a lot of information. Axel said that he.
All right, but I'm gonna let somebody else come on here because
right.
I took enough time. But thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you and your wife.
All
right. Thank you. I don't know why this. I don't know. I guess I think that the lag is because you have your stuff on and my stuff on. Thank you for calling King Gio. You're live. Hello, Juan. Hold on, don't talk. I'm getting commercials here on this thing. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know why there's a lag on this. I guess it's because you guys are on one phone, and like when you call a radio station, we gotta find how that works out. This is my first live, so I don't know how that works. So if you guys know anything about that, let me know. All right, next caller. See, this is interesting. See, you learn something. See, I don't know too much about mental health because I know my sister. She's diagnosed bipolar. She's diagnosed schizophrenic. And she takes her meds. But sometimes she goes off her meds. So, but I've never. She's called me at times years ago that she wanted to kill herself and stuff like that. I'm like, don't do that. You're only hurting yourself. You think about the people that you love. You know. But it's like me. It's like my wife. My wife can tell you how I felt. I felt hurt and betrayed when Robin Williams committed suicide because I admired him and I still do. You know, I still admire the man for his comedy, his wittiness, and when I do comedy and I think of him, I'm like, wow, you know, I'm like someone like him. I look up to him, and when he committed suicide, I felt that because I was like, what if he knew he had a problem and he was going through a lot? Why didn't he go to his therapist? Why didn't he seek help? And I'm trying to this day. I'm still trying to answer that question, and I don't know because I don't know what goes through people's mind. But it is good that you guys are calling and you're venting and you're telling your story because hopefully someone can see this and get awareness because it is true, man. So the video that you did the other day, mental health is out there, and we don't pay too much attention to it until it's too late. Hey, you're live with King Gio. What's up? Hold on a minute. Hello. Yeah. What's up? You're live with King Gio. Who's this?
This is Stanley.
Hey, what's up, Stanley?
It's like a lag. It's a delay.
Yeah, I know it's a delay, but I don't know why.
Okay, so yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn it down from. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So where we are right now? Okay, we with Joe's situation.
Yeah, we were with Joe's 9-year-old son, and then Monster spoke about his 16-year-old son, and his wife also talked about Monster's problem with his son and stuff like that. And now we're with you.
Okay, excellent. Man, getting through you is like trying to get through a radio station. Well, I just want to say hello to the Gio and the family.
Thank you.
Just to give you some background on my situation. Regarding mental health, I've been in therapy for the last over a year now, and I've been dealing with depression, anxiety, and along with that my drinking went from a social drinker to a I consider it self-medicating.
Right.
So mental health, from my experiences, is there's three things in mental health treatments in terms of what you can get seeing a therapist or going to group therapy. There's DBT by Dr. Marsha Lederman, dialectical behavior therapy. that's a good program or some study to research. There's CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, which is also through Dr. Letterman's research. She's actually the creator and founder of DBT and CBT. And then there's mindfulness. Mindfulness is geared to the here and now, like in your surroundings, but I don't want to hold on other people to get through, but I have tons of years worth of paperwork, hard copy stuff I'll be glad to email or actually mail out, get you a photocopy machine. I can mail some stuff out to people who want some of this stuff that I have here. So, but it's pretty effective.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Okay, you saw, I can see self-medicating, but you went from a social drinker to a full-time drinker because of what was going on with you?
Because of my depression. Yes. You start self-medicating. You don't realize you're actually self-medicating because when you're a social drinker, and that could be happy hour after work each day,
right, I know.
On a Friday, and then, but once, you start dealing with stressful parts of your life, situations take place, then you start drinking more than you usually do. You don't realize it. Well, you do realize it, but you don't realize you're actually self-medicating yourself. And what happens once you get intoxicated and then once you're sober, you're depressed because that's what alcohol does. When you come down the next day, you're depressed.
Well, alcohol is alcohol is a depressant. It depresses you more. It depresses you more. It depresses you more than what you already are.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can tell you my experience with alcohol. I never self-medicated myself. I was just something that I picked up. But what I learned when I sobered up, is that, I mean, my alcoholism is different from yours. But what I've learned is that I thought to myself that I cannot deal. Well, not deal. I thought to myself that I cannot I cannot function if I didn't have the alcohol. I put that in my brain. And when I see people, when they relapse, they say, "Oh, I relapsed because of this situation, that situation." I say to myself, "Well, that situation should never put you, it should never put your mind to say, you know what, I'm gonna self-medicate myself because I lost my job, I lost this, or this happened to me." You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what happens is the brain loses the dopamine.
I know.
So, but I want to touch on some certain things as well regarding that in terms of like when it comes to the depression part or the like in Joe's child situation, medications. A lot of times it is hereditary, and also too we have to look at certain foods and stuff that because a lot of foods have like a lot of chemicals and hormones, and
that's true.
As children they continue to develop, their body goes through that puberty stage. So along with what they're already dealing with, it could be hereditary or wherever it's going on, the body is constantly changing as children are growing too. So all those things, they have their effects. In terms of the medication that the doctors prescribe, we know all medications have side effects. So those side effects could, they could trigger some of the hormones that's going on in the children's body. The whole objective is when you're going through mental health and you're going through this treatment, the whole objective is to live with the more holistic, what's the word I'm trying to use? Holistic lifestyle. Bring the body back to the normal state of what it uses. But it's curable. It's going to take time.
Yeah, I know that's what I was telling you. I'm sorry to interrupt you. That's what I was trying to tell Joe, or I was trying to tell Mansa that you can go to 10 different doctors in the mental health business, and then you get 10 different diagnoses. But if you can get at least 2 doctors that agree on the same thing, and you can say, then we have something concrete, and we can work on that.
Right. And Joe and Massa and whoever else children are dealing with this stuff, they have to realize too that all they can do is be the best parents that they are. Just advocate for your child. There's no book out how to be the best parent.
Oh no, there's not.
and just think, our children pick us to be parents, and then a lot of times we don't know who we're getting involved with, and then in some cases, when we get involved with people, we don't know their families, the other side of their family's background or what mental illness until later on you find these things out. But, you know, you still love the child and you still continue to do your best. So, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to share because I don't want to keep too much of the time.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're gonna do
live regarding the
we
talked about.
Yeah, we're gonna do live, guys. We're gonna do a live soon. I just want to get more input on how many people, what time usually they want to do the Alcohol Anonymous, because I want to do that because I can touch in alcoholism. I cannot touch in. I can only give you some of my perspective on depression.
Right.
I can tell you one thing though. My doctor, when I left Puerto Rico, he said, Gio, you're the only person that I know that has taken your HIV status and has not done, you know, doesn't put it in his mind. And I'm like, well, I can't do anything about it. I have it. What should I do? I'm not going to depress myself for it. You know, so I've learned to block certain things out. I don't know what depression is. I hope I never go through that. Right. You know, I've always been, I always try to be a happy person. So, you know, so this is good hearing from you guys. So in case if that does happen to me, I know where to go. I would know what the first signs of depression is because I really don't know what the first signs of depression is. I read about it.
Alcohol, yeah. In terms of alcohol again became my problem because of depression and anxiety. Okay. So I mean, I have that pretty much capped off now. But in terms of your HIV status, you know, there's a cure for that too. There's a cure for everything.
Of course, but it's not. If they give you the cure, they lose money.
Well, yeah, but there's research out there. There's holistic research and there's cures out here. You just got to do the research. I mean, I got some stuff on that. And just remember, we are not our mistakes. Okay, so we, you know, just from a standpoint in terms of support, we are not our mistakes, and because our mistakes don't make up who we really are.
Well, mistake. Well, we are. Okay. Well, we are. This is the way I see life. You have to make mistakes in order for you to learn. You cannot grow if you don't make mistakes. Now there are certain mistakes that you just don't do. You know, that's something like you're like me. I'm 48 years old. I'm not gonna go put my hand in a socket because I know what's gonna happen. So if you know the outcome of your mistakes, or if you know the outcome of what's going to be your mistake, then you shouldn't make it. But there are some mistakes that we say to ourselves, you know what, I'm going to just go for it, and whatever it is, and then we learn from it. You're like, okay, fine, I'm not going to do that again. So you have to, in life, you have to make mistakes in order for you to grow.
Right. Absolutely. All right, Gio, thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you, man.
Okay.
All right. All right, guys, that was Stanley. Thank you, Stanley. And thank you, Asku, for telling that you're 20 years sober. That is awesome. My father, before he passed away, he was 25 years sober. And that's what got me into sobriety, too, because I said, if my dad could do it, I could do it. Because my dad is not better than me. And I try to have a good relationship with my father. But his alcoholism just got in the way. And the one thing that hurt me the most, that I forgave him, even though he never asked for it, was the day I got married. My father was already retired. This happened 9 years ago. Well, 5 years ago. He already was retired. And I asked him, you know, I want you to be in my wedding. And he said, oh, I can't go to your wedding because I'm going to be working. And he's working as a security guard. You're making maybe $50 a day. You're already retired. You don't need the money. You can't go see your son get married. So I was angry at him at that. But I didn't. Then it went away because my mother was there. My stepdad, which is my dad, he was there. My brother was there. So I had a good time. My wife was there. I hope he was there, right? And I had a good time. My mother-in-law was there. You know, may she rest in peace. But it just let me know that if he could do it, I could do it. What up, legend? Joe Stanley just called in. Did you get his message? Side note, I'm hungry, but you're home. Don't order out. You say you always order out. No, not yet. Maybe some people called in, but this phone can only take one call at a time. So I don't want to. I have the other phone, but I only have one speaker. I don't want two people talking at the same time. All right, guys, call. You see, this is what I was talking about. This is the kind of life that I want to do because Joe, this is something that she brought upon us because we didn't know anything like this about Joe. We knew she was a legal eagle, but we didn't know that she was going through this. And it's good that she expressed herself because she gets to vent. And and I know this for a fact, if you withhold a lot of things in you, it can get to you. And that's one of the things I think that's why I joke a lot. My doctor told me, because maybe I'm suppressing feelings because I had a good childhood and I had a bad childhood. My parents, my father was like I said, my father was an alcoholic. My mom was good, but she never told me as a kid, I love you too. I got older, it's like my 40s. But it never, I don't think it affected me. And there are certain things, like I get anxiety attacks and stuff like that. And there are certain things that I know that I'm withholding inside that I don't want to take out, that I don't know of. And then people tell me that I should get hypnotized to see if I can remember. And I'm like, no, listen, if my brain is suppressing it and it hasn't come out, it's for a reason. I don't want to remember things that I don't remember, to be honest with you. Because my mom and a lot of people tell me that my dad would be real bad to me. And I don't want to remember that. Yes, Dominic, I've admitted that I've been HIV positive for 17 years, brother. 17 years. And I'm fat as fuck. I never hide who I am, Dominic. Remember that. Never that. Always told every girl that I was with my status. I told my wife before we met, before we even gave our first kiss, what I had. Thank you, Dominic. Well, my father, Edgardo, my father died of cancer. My father didn't even die of alcohol. I had a friend of mine who died 2 years ago, and he was drinking just as much as I did. And when I saw him in the hospital bed, bro, he was like this, man, like this. His kidneys were shot. And I used to tell him, yo, Louis, stop drinking. And he didn't stop. He would stop here, he would stop there. And I said to myself, that could have been me. And I said to myself, God has a purpose for me. God has a purpose for all of us. He really does. Whether you believe in him or not, but we have a purpose in this life. And I believe that God has a purpose for me. God has a purpose. I just haven't found that purpose yet. I know I'm getting close to it, but I just got to start asking and giving more wisdom and more wisdom and more wisdom. But we all have a purpose in life. All right, Dominic, she's right next to me right here. See, you're a sneak peek. You don't even see a ribbon right there. You see? You can't eye spy today. You see, you're bad now. Actually, you know what? There is a cure out there, but they just don't want to. They just don't want to. They just don't want to do it. Listen. I put out a million and one theories on how the cure of HIV can be done, and I can tell you, the placenta is a good way to do it. Just the placenta. The HIV hides in your body once it finds out that it's being attacked, it just goes dormant and it hides in your lymph nodes. I've made suggestions that what if we put into the body a fake CD4, because they need that CD4 in order for them to survive. A fake CD4 of several fake CD4s, let them come out, and when they go into that CD4 that they think is real, they die. There's a lot of things. You thought that was a doll? No, that's her. No, man. Yeah, I drank when I was right after I graduated high school. I mean, after I graduated college, I took a year off. And I just wanted to drink because I was young when I graduated. You don't know. And I was a little brainiac, and I don't want to get into that. But I drank because I had a girlfriend, and they drank and I drank. And it just became one day, became another day, and another day. And before I knew it, I was sucked onto it. And like I was telling Stanley, and then it just consumed me. That I said to myself, I needed alcohol. For me to talk to a girl, I needed alcohol. For me to be at work, I needed the alcohol. I never got fired because of it, because I wasn't staggering or bumming. But I believed that I needed alcohol. And I've tried several times to stop. But when I got to the 10th month, it just became hard. But I've never, when I found out that I was positive, I was like, what you want me to do? The same I'm talking, that's the same thing I told my doctor. I took a big ass bottle of Bacardi and said, what you want me to do? Well, let's do this. Because I'm not gonna get depressed about it. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm not gonna go do anything to my ex-wife, because that's the one who did it to me. So I'm not gonna go crazy on that. Let's move on. This is just a virus. That's the way I see it. It's just a virus. A lot of gay men pass HIV. Well, HIV has no face, man. It could be gay men, straight men. Right now, the most populated people who are getting HIV is from the ages of 14 to 24. Those are young kids, and the elderly. The elderly, because they figured, I'm 60 something years old, I'm gonna die anyway, so I don't care. So they go out, they get the men get their little SSD check or their Social Security check. They go out, they party, they don't use, they pass it on to their wives. I was 32. I got diagnosed in 2002. Well, look, put it this way. You can live without medication with HIV. All you gotta do is just eat healthy and exercise, because it's just a virus. It's just a virus. It may replicate, but I knew a guy that was like this. I'm talking about Diesel. His CD4s were in 1,000, but his replicas, his HIV replica, his HIV viral loads were in the millions. And then he was like, well, I feel good. Hey, we had the same doctor. We spoke about it. Like, just exercising out of state of mind. So I don't care about that. Well, you put it this way: when I found out that she was cheating on me, I actually, are you using? I mean, did you do this? Did you do that? She denied it, and then she said, I don't have to give an explanation to you. And I said, yes, you do, because if you catch something, you're gonna pass it on to me. But it wasn't like that. The only thing that I can say is that since I stopped drinking, I've gotten some arthritis. I know I doubt it's because of that, and I think it's maybe because of the HIV. But my family has arthritis. My father had arthritis. My sister has arthritis. I'm just getting in there early. Yeah, a functional addict. That was me. You couldn't tell if I was drinking unless you smelled it on me. And even if you smelled it on me, my boss never told me anything. Well, my wife's the best, man. My wife is, I can't change her. I wish everyone had a wife like mine. Masa sounds like he has a good wife. Exactly. That's all it is, man. It's just a virus, nothing else. Not my brother, my stepbrother, may he rest in peace. He lasted 5 years. He was gay, but he lasted 5 years. You know why most back in the 80s they lasted so short? Is because when they told you had AIDS, a person who has AIDS, they're gonna think, oh, I'm gonna die. And when you die, that's where the depression comes in. And when you get depressed, it's a known fact scientifically that your CD4s, they drop. So if your CD4s drop and your viral loads go up, what happens? You have more of this than you have this. So when you get a flu, right, then the little bit of CD4s that you have can't fight enough of the flu virus. So it's attacking what little it can't do. It's attacking that, and then your flu is still going up. And before you know it, you got a pneumonia. Most people, 90% of the people who had HIV died of pneumonia. So that's what. Hey, we got another caller. Hey, you live with King Geo? Hold on. You live with King Geo? Hello, you live with King Geo? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Marty. Oh man. Hold on. Can you hear me? I'm gonna have to get premium if I stay with this number because those commercials. All right, caller. Call again. Hey, you live with King Geo. Can you hear me? Do not hang up. Do not hang up. She get paid. See, it cuts off when a commercial comes on. Yeah, but Mansa, nobody dies of AIDS. That's a conspiracy theory. Nobody dies of AIDS because AIDS is just a virus. Cancer is a different story. That's a different story. But HIV is just a virus. Just a virus that just eats your CD4s. And that's all it does. And it makes your immune system weak. So when it makes your immune system weak, you get back in the day, you used to get toxoplasmosis, which is like something in the cancer in the brain, which is now curable with the right medication. You find that a lot in a lot of feces in cats. So you never died of AIDS. You go to Africa, the AIDS in Africa is different from the HIV here. Here is HIV 1, they have HIV 2. And the reason they died a lot there is not because of the lack of medication, the lack of nutrition. There was no they had no food. So how are you going to keep yourself? I mean, I guarantee you a person who walks 20 miles a day in Africa with the right nutrients, with the right food, will live without medication. I've known people without meds for 30 years. Well, there's always time to learn, Dominic. Exactly, pneumonia. And like I said, 90% of people who died of HIV died of pneumonia. You know what not the cool thing, the weird thing about it is that people with heroin that take heroin and HIV positive, when they go and they get tested and they're HIV positive, their viral loads are real low and the CD4 is up because heroin has something that doesn't let the HIV virus multiply. Bananas does the same thing. Banana doesn't let HIV multiply in the body. But what amount of bananas you have to eat, I don't know. But if you have a good gut system and you eat a lot of yogurt, because mostly 80% of your immune system is in your gut. So if you eat right and you exercise right, you'll be all right. I get my flu shots every year. I didn't get it this year though. Yeah, banana and dope. No, but they're trying. I don't know if they're still doing it, but this was years ago. Years ago, they was trying to extract what was inside the heroin, so they can see what's going on. I think the best bet is it's like doing, and I know they've done it. It's like doing dialysis. Just take your blood and with medication, because the HIV virus is low. With medication, you just circulate the blood through a heating process. The heat, HIV can't stand heat, but you heat the blood up. I experienced AIDS when it first came out in 1981. I remember I was a kid. I remember Ronald Reagan doing the news, and he never meant. You can see that man's speech. He never said the word AIDS. The one who first said the word AIDS was his wife, Nancy. She was a lot into the AIDS community, but not Ronald Reagan. You guys don't want to, nobody wants to call in? Yeah, man. So you went through a lot, bro, and I applaud you. I applaud you. I applaud Stanley for what he's going, for what he's going through, for what he's achieving. Because we talked a lot to an extension yesterday. It was good. Joe is coming to her own. She's learning something new, so we have to applaud her, and we have to be we have to give her support. What do you think is stronger, an ox or a donkey? Who? I don't remember Papa Pump. Who's that? Nah, I don't know. Well, no, I don't. I thought that, Stanley, but no, because it was founded in chimpanzees, and what happened was that they have the Siamese virus, and what happened was when they did, what they did, the polio. When they came up with a cure, of polio, they injected the Siamese virus into the polio medication, and that's how they got, and they gave the polio medication to 1 million people in Africa. Well, that's how I seen it, and that's how the AIDS virus came out in Africa and throughout the whole region, not just Africa, but whoever got the polio vaccine at that time, And like I said, check this out, it mutated because in Africa, HIV is HIV2. Here's HIV1. So there's those two different mutations. They take two different kinds of things. In Africa, in order for it to go from HIV to AIDS, which is the same thing, guys, there is no difference with HIV/AIDS. AIDS is HIV, HIV is AIDS. They just did name it differently. I told this to my doctors, like, you have a point. But anyway, there probably was AIDS in the 1800s. There was just no documentation, and if there was they probably didn't call it AIDS. When the English came over, they brought a lot of diseases with them. Christopher Columbus brought syphilis and all that kind of shit. Charles Johnson, the wrestler, Big Man Papa. I don't remember. Was he? He wasn't in the WWF, was he? Did he go by another name? And you know why AIDS is spreading right now at the rate that it is? I read a report the other day. It's because kids nowadays don't see what we saw back in the 80s. If you put all these kids in an auditorium and you show them what AIDS was back in the 80s, with scabs, with people going from $180 or 200 pounds to just a mere 80 pounds or 70 pounds, they'll get scared straight. Well, Dominic, you gotta be careful when you take PrEP. I take my medication once a day. Sometimes I don't take it at all because my body's already immune to it. I did an experiment. I'm gonna tell you guys. I took one medication off, and I'm just keeping one. On Wednesday, I want to go do my lab test, and I've been like this for 2.5 months, and then my viral load stays the same. My viral load is undetected. I'm just gonna stick to one medication because all these meds have no proof of how it works in the long run, because they haven't been out that long. Maybe 10 years. This is the oldest one. The gorilla is no. The strongest one is the ant because the ant can hold up and carry up to 10 times his own weight. Oh yeah, penicillin was the shit. Woo. No, they didn't, Stanley. I mean Dominic. Because my mother already went with it with my brother, you know? And we already knew. My mother was a nurse, so she knew. My father was like, we don't care, we still love you. And my family never rejected me. I had one cousin a few years ago, like 10 years ago, when I came to Puerto Rico, I wanted to stay with him. I had no place to stay. And I needed just a day, maybe a day or two. And he said no. So I said, fuck, I'm not to talk to him anymore. Hey, you're on live with Gio. What's up? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, Big King Gio? What's going on, man?
What up? Who did?
Big man.
Who this? Yo, who
Hello?
this? Yeah, who this?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I heard you. What's up?
It's breaking up, man. I can't hear. It's breaking up.
Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me now? Yo, can you hear me now? It's commercial. And when the commercial, they just, well, this person called. Let me see. I'll call this person back. No, they know what it is, Mansa. They want you to go premium. If you go premium, then they won't charge. You don't get no commercials. That was you, Dominic. I'm calling you back.
Please leave your message.
Call again, Dom, because I got to work with these things, you know. I burned the chat line down with the app, King. Oh, you were just transcribing? Okay. Yeah, guys, today was a good live, man. I like this. I like the live. It was good. But some people are just hating. And then yesterday's live was horrible because that computer sucked. Oh, my back. I need a king's chair. I need a new studio. Well, hopefully in the new house I can do all that. I got a nice little place in the backyard. Robbie! You gonna stay? You gonna stay solo, Stanley? Look, if I know yo, check this out, man, sir. No ad, secure number, more 99 cents than $4.99 per week subscription. So I gotta pay $20 a month just to keep this app. just to keep this app, commercial free. Now I'm gonna go to Text Me now. I'll get a number from them because they don't got no commercials. I am a Geek Squad. I just don't know how to. This is supposed to be simple. Bluetooth to Bluetooth. This is no science. But when I put the black speaker on, it looks like someone's connected to it. I don't know who it is. My son don't have it. None of my sons is connected to it. My TV's not connected to that speaker. Oh yeah. So you gotta be solo for your jet, Stanley. That is true, bro. Oh, word Talkatone. All right, I'm gonna look that up today. What I want to do is I want to have two of them, depending on how it is, and then go to two lines. Boom, have one. Then when one comes on, boom, get the other one. Relationships are overrated. I don't know. I think we all do need. Well, me in my case, it's nice to have someone to wake up to. A good person, of course. Someone to wake up to. Someone you share your thoughts with. Someone you share your laughter with. Someone to share your tears with. There's people. Well, look at that. God says, "Damn is a man who trusted man." Is a man. Delilah was the one that they gave up Samson, right? But there are good women out there. We just have to find the right one. I mean, but there are good women out there. This is the same way there are good men out there too. That is true, Charles. That's kind of foul, Dominic. Yeah, you gotta stack you, but that's good. To each his own, Stanley. I respect that. Oh, yeah, you can't trust a young chick. Not today's day and age, a young chick, nah. Like what is it they call them? They call them chicken heads. I never went out with a woman my age because some of them don't have. I have a sense of humor. I like to joke. I like to do a lot of joke. They just don't find it. They might find it funny, but like, oh, you always joking too much. You joke a lot. Well, that's who I am. Yeah. It's been through a whole phase. Guys, keep talking. I'll be right back. La cama está donde ti.
¿Eh? Really? Oigan.
¿Tú te imaginas?
Bien brutal.
Y tú ni miraste.
No, que se me olvidó la cámara. Se me olvidó que estaba en live.
I'm back, guys. Hold on.
No se hace. Ay.
Pues yo no creo que no, ninguno de los cuartos ahí arriba de este tamaño.
No, son más pequeños. Por eso fue que yo quería el otro, para lo que no cabiera, por lo menos a lo que sea grande el cuarto.
Pues yo aquí duermo abajo con los nenes.
Dejarlo en el otro cuarto y estar los de nosotros, veremos. Pues, ¿cómo ya?
Sí, puedo ir por el closet.
¿Eh?
El closet.
¿Qué closet?
Es que estamos dando el otro corte.
Eso no se puede conocer.
No, dije que podemos cambiar por el closet.
Pues sí, me había olvidado. Mete por el closet, busque ya. A lo que se rompe esa pared.
¿Qué te parece romper rápido? No rápido, pero.
Lo más difícil, yo me parece que rompe. Si no fuera por eso que estuve ahí, no lo rompe uno mismo.
Yo lo puedo romper. Esto es fácil de romper, pero lo único que decir,
La cablería.
la calaverina es si no se nada de eso. Eso con un martillo, tú rompes hoy. Eso lo he hecho yo.
¿Sabes que quiero una casa segura? A veces pienso que esas de ellas sin bol no son tan seguras.
¿Qué más?
A veces pienso que esas de ellas sin bol no son tan seguras.
Los ginseng board.
Sí.
Esto no es este ginseng board. Ese no. Ese es plástico, ese es plástico.
¿Peor?
Yo no.
¿Por qué?
What up, guys? Sorry about that. Came back. Ah, you guys stood there. I like that. My wife said,
de ellas sin bol y plástico?
no, plástico nomás, que sí que es plaster. Yo ahorita te busco la palabra.
Peor.
What up, J Jerk 2020? You want to talk? Call. I'm about to go off soon. What you guys talked about? What I miss here? Who changed Dominic? Our host is on a honey. Nah, is that?
Sorry. Yeah. Total, él no lo usó más, ¿no? Eso fue de fiebre.
¿El qué?
El helicóptero así.
No se fíe, yo usaba, pero yo no quiero usar lo que tengo que aprender porque, mira, los otros días lo usé con Jesús y se metió para allá adentro. No sé, tú ves si Jesús metió de eso, yo siento, un parque abierto está bien, porque cuando nos mudemos para allá. I know, right? Woo!
Ay, Dios.
Yeah, but actually, you say women and their wants and needs. We want wants and needs too. Yeah, it's Stanley. I am 30 pounds light. Look. Yo, Stan, when you get your jet, what's going to be your first trip? You know, as a matter of fact, I'm just going to ask you, you know how to fly? You got a pilot license? Boo loving, of course, bro. Boo loving.
Pásame el control del televisor, por favor. Ya que estás ahí, no vas a ver nada. Lo voy a poner bajito.
Te ponen los audífonos si quieres también.
¿Eh?
Te ponen los audífonos también si quieres.
Ay, no me gusta mucho. No, si no te yo lo oigo en el teléfono.
¿Qué?
Si no, yo lo oigo en el teléfono.
¿Dónde carajo está el control?
Déjalo.
Está por aquí.
Déjalo, yo lo oigo en el teléfono.
Oh, you're looking. No. Don't worry about that. We're looking. You married. Oh, no. Did I look at the leak power video on YouTube? Everyone's crazy. But which power video are you talking about, Dominic? Let's all go to Paco's channel, bro. Yo, Paco, what happened to your arm? Did you have an aneurysm?
Te dije que lo dejes ya. Oh my God. Ya está. Te dije que no.
No, I know what you said. I know what you said that you was gonna, the plane you was gonna get. We talked about it yesterday. But if you get the plane, you're gonna have to fly it, or you're gonna get someone to fly it. Then you have to get more money to get a pilot. Well, the PlayStation 5 is coming out, and the GTA is coming out with it. Yeah, Dominic, Mr. Stanley's aiming high, bro, and he's gonna do it.
Están poniendo multa por todo, Sherry.
Sorry, guys, I'm just here. I'm just doing my documentation, signing for the closing disclosure of the house. $6,000 per flight. You better make that. You better make a lot of money. Yo, Mansa, I want to call you later on because I want to ask you something. Oh, your investors are going to pay for it. That's right, because you're going to be in real estate. Oh, that's good. You're thinking with your head. Yo, Charles, I put this little ghetto pad here. Yo, I never said you were playing, Stanley. You're a man of your word, bro. I believe in you. Yo, but Paco, that GTA is not coming out till next year anyway. So you got time. It's going to be what, $50, $60? Look, guys, this is the thing about getting loans when you buy a house. When you buy a house and you get on a loan, you're going to end up paying double of that amount at the end of the day. Look at that. My monthly principal interest is $363.13. My estimated mortgage is going to be $492. $492 compared to $2,100. What do you think? Nah, there's no need for me to do a live with my wife. This is my channel. Lo que tenemos que tener, mami, en cash Para cerrar, 769.
Ya tú lo vas a pedir tanto tú.
Porque no quieres ir para allá abajo de eso, o tú lo quieres pedirle, yo no sé cómo te.
Dime, mi amor.
Vamos a estimar, ver. Son como, se lo va como 300 en
Mi
que.
amor, que eso va a terminar
Okay.
por ahí.
Ghetto mad because your channel is about to be shut down. Is it? What Ghetto Pat is all about, Jars? Put him out there. Put him out there. Exploit him. Now he came to my channel and talked shit eyes about you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's saved by the data. That's his troll account. Okay, I'm gonna do that now. Dame cuando después de 30 años, mira cuánto no voy a pagar por esa casa. $139,992 con 69 chavos. 30 años, acá me vale 660. Ahí siempre.
Bueno, malo.
No te estoy diciendo. ¿Cómo no le heredaste la casa de ella con 30 años? Cuando tú vienes a ver, ellos están pagando, todo el mundo paga el doble de eso, porque tú estás pagando, lo más que tú estás pagando es los intereses. Hello, you live with Gio. Hold on, guys. Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone. All right, I got it, Stanley. 5 steps to becoming a millionaire.
es lo que yo tengo.
Gracias.
De nada.
Cuando llego a mi lado, tengo que tenerme el agua al día.
Me imagino. Mira,
Se pone caliente. Con la nevera y busca otra. What's up, J Jerk 20? Yo, you've been calling me J Jerk, right? Because I know your number by memory already. You know, I wish that for once Trump will be the president that really got out. That the Republicans will say, you know what? Yeah, I already did, Stanley. I subscribed to him. Call again, J Jerk, because I'm trying to work this thing out. Well, I was showering, so in your laptop was tripping, Mansa. I never subscribed to you. Do you have a channel? I got Xbox and PlayStation Pack, I barely play my Xbox. But I'm gonna start playing it though, because I haven't finished my Lara Croft. Damn, now your monster, now she's back. It is you, J Jerk. And that's you. I lay down. Ooh. Yeah, I know J Jerk, but I said, is this you? It says J Jerk 2020. Well, that says J Jerk, J Jerk. You're right. All right, hold on a minute.
tiene 904.
It's not coming on. Or send your J Jerk, send me your URL on my email. You got my email. In 24 degrees. Yeah, someone emailed you for feet photos. Well, send them feet photos. It doesn't have to be yours, Joe. Nah, Charles, I unfollowed him 2 days ago. Weirdos, hell yeah. Ay, ese maestro se la pierna me cogió ahí medio en la rodilla. So, Joe, what did you eat? You just mentioned your Sprite. Me, not much because I gotta save money for the closing costs and all that, so I can't go out. Plus, they say it's gonna snow tomorrow, and I've heard that like for 3 months that it's gonna snow and it never does. Lobster Mac, you got me with lobster, but not the Mac. Yo, Keen, you gotta stop talking about that. I do, Joe. I know how to cook. Blues music. What kind of blues music do you listen to, Charles? Doing hot yoga Sunday in Philadelphia. You know, yoga is good for people with HIV. All right, Paco, stop talking about him. Change the subject. What you doing for the weekend, Joe? Wow, repeat. She. He's on a loop. Well, I might take the kids out this weekend. Man, you're right. I could treat myself. Chart House. Is that a good restaurant in Philadelphia? Stanley? I hope you go to a restaurant they're like the creme de la creme. If you want to get a jet, you gotta be seen out there. You know? Mm. I never heard of Johnny Taylor. I never heard of Johnny Taylor. Barry White, yeah, of course. Hey, Joe, you're like my son. My son eats a lot, and he's skinny. And the way you see your pictures, you say you spend so much money on eating. Woo! But is it a high class restaurant? So I want to say, I'm Stanley. You gotta be seen with la creme of la creme. If you're gonna buy yourself a jet, this is the way to. You gotta think like a millionaire. All right. Joe, what's your favorite food? Mansa, what's your favorite food? Stanley, what's your favorite food? Charles, what's your favorite food? Axel, if you didn't leave, what's your favorite food? You know, we didn't even talk about today's topic. Today's topic was moving forward. Él es el arroz con habichuela y costillo. Ribs. All right. Meatloaf, rice casserole. I haven't had a meatloaf in years. Axelrod, yes, moving up like George Jefferson. I'm vegan. All right, so what's your favorite vegan food? Seaweed salad. Does it taste good? If you was to compare it with other salad, how would you compare it? Like a Because I'm seeing seaweed as seaweed in the ocean, and I'm trying to figure out how would that taste. I have a very vivid imagination. Lasagnas are good if you know how to make it, or someone knows how to make it. Ooh. Plant-based. I eat to live, Gio. Well, we all live to eat. Salmon is good. Yo, Mansa, have you ever tasted salmon with almonds? Yeah, I understand that vegan. I understand that vegan is a lifestyle. Paco, you want it streamed or do you want it live? Oh man. Grouper's best fish. If you know how to make it good. Look, guys, if you ever have joint pains or anything like that, I recommend this, bro. This is good. Kangaroo meat. Who knows? Kangaroo meat, probably if you season it right, it probably tastes good. Well, for you to do live, Paco, you need a computer. And to go stream, I try to go stream, but you have to have it says that you have to have the hardware, the software, I mean. Any joint pain, basically any joint pain that I had a pain here in this arm last year when I went to Florida. That it did not go away. I put it on, and in 2 days it was gone. Well, the following day it was gone too. But it was a persistent pain that I was like that for a month, and I bought that, and it went away, never came back. I had the same pain on my right hand side of the leg. Put it on there, never came back. Everything tastes like chicken. Well, that's what that's based on Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer said they taste like chicken. No, it's not ice, not nothing like icy hot. This is from the animal emu. So this is what it is. It's based on emu oil. Look it up.
Es caliente, ¿verdad?
Mándamelo.
Hostia.
Sí.
Ah, se fue. Really?
Nah, apple cider vinegar, Dr. Braggs. I don't know if Amazon gives you the money back, but I guarantee you, if you have bad pain or anything like that, that'll help you out. I never had deer meat. They say it tastes good. I had rabbit. Rabbit tastes good too. If you know how to make rabbit, rabbit's good. Okay, the incoming calls are out. Yeah, you should, man. Order it. It costs like $12 on Amazon. You won't regret it, man. Trust me, you won't. Robert, but like I said, I never had deer meat. But my uncle one time made some rabbit meat, like in a ceviche. Oh, yo, Charles, have you played Lara Croft? Yeah, I had duck one time, but I don't recommend getting duck from a Chinese place. It was too hard. You know what's good too? Tuna's good, but you gotta know how to make tuna. Shark, I tasted it once, but it was too hard. It's a good game, Charles. Both one and two. Yo, Joe left, and who everybody else? Only nine of us here. like, you know what? I wouldn't mind tasting crocodile. The human body digestive system is not designed to digest meat. I don't know, Charles. I don't know about that, Stanley. I mean, we've been eating meat for the past thousands of years. I mean, you could eat vegan all you want, but vegan doesn't have protein that I know of. I may be wrong. If I am, school me so I know. I don't know. I gotta look into that. And I'm a science buff. I'm a science. I love science, and I've never heard that the human body's not made to not to I mean, there are animals here for a reason, right? Liquefy. I don't know. What's the best kind of water? I'm not. I would say the best kind of water is. Well, I can't say purified. I don't think nothing is purified. I guess it would be. I don't know if you could if you could purify it. I would say seawater. Let me filter it. But Stanley, so okay, let me ask you a question. So if meat causes digestive to work harder, well, okay, fine. So what's the purpose of us having animals in this world? But not a lot of people eat protein. Not a lot of people eat beans. Alkaline water. I drink 8 point pH water. Monster, you buy it or or you have it purified? But that's a gorilla. You know that the leaves that it eats is poisonous. You know that a cow has like two stomachs, right? Or, yeah. You can't compare a gorilla with a human being. Well, water is good for you, so. And you know what's good too, Mansa? If you fast, fasting is good. I'm gonna start doing that too. Yeah, but the purpose of animals are like anything living. Yeah, but there has to be a purpose. You just can't have in the scheme of all. And you look at like it's like a pyramid. It's like a pyramid. We're on the top. Animals are here. Animals are here. We eat animals. A hawk eats a snake. A snake eats a rat. It all has a chance. I respect your opinion. You know, I'm not. But this is my opinion. But we all have a purpose. So I don't. You know what I like when I worked in a restaurant? Aquafina, the Italian water. That has a good taste to it. Well, the house that I got is well water. Ooh, 6 pack is $10. Ooh, with just water, Mansa. Stanley, but I want to die at the end of the day, right? But I respect you, man. I'm gonna go this week one day without fasting because I read something. I saw something interesting the other day on YouTube. How the body process when you fast. That it's better fasting than taking some medications and some inject. I found that interesting. It rots, but that's called a process. That's like taking me taking you, Stanley, and putting you in the desert dead for what? In the sun and see what happens. Same thing. Yeah, when you fast, you detox too. Well, I know, but Jesus Christ fasted 40 days and 40 nights. I like meat, Stanley. I respect you. You know, I like meat. Yeah, I know it does something to the body, man. So it was saying that you know how people take like hormone shots, like just so they can the bones can become sturdy, whatever the case may be. So the body starts after the 12 or 15 hours. All those things that you take, like when you shoot yourself up for to heal, it does it automatically. All right, so is that it's okay, Stanley? So is that the different smell? If you take if you take two bathrooms, and one bathroom is for people who eat meat, and the other bathroom is for vegans. So you're gonna tell me there's a different smell between a vegan bathroom and a meat bathroom? One is gonna smell like roses, the other one's gonna smell like that's what I heard, Mancha. I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it Sunday. I want to fast Sunday. Do Sunday, then I gotta do that. That's a good idea. I want to, Stanley. I'm gonna put that in one of my lives. Does vegan S smells the truth? Yeah, I know it's clean eating. I'm just messing with you. Remember, I joke a lot, so don't take nothing what I say serious. Well, guys, it's about that time that King Geo goes out. Remember tomorrow, same time, same channel. You guys want to do a live tomorrow? You want to take a break? You let me know. All right, guys. Dr. Debbie says that we are planetarians, and I say I'm going to be out. Yeah, same time, 6:30, 7 o'clock tomorrow. All right, good night, Axel. I will go live tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Same time, and please, no more say about data talk. And Paco, stop harping on that. Good night, guys. God bless. Stanley, remember, sobriety rules. Monster, you the man. J Jerk, you alright. Charles, peace. Joe, enjoy your night. My best to your kid. All right, guys. Have a great night. God bless.